let's move on to our crackpot theories. And the crackpot theory is obviously going to be: was Illidan really such a bad guy? Was he Omicron? Do you think he's a bad guy? I don't think he's a bad guy.
I think he's a bad character.
Let's see what Jesse, do you think that Illidan is a bad guy or a misunderstood good guy?
He's a misunderstood good guy who ends up having to be a bad guy. That's what I'm talking about.
That is no. He's just a misunderstood bad guy or guy.
Everything he does is ultimately selfish. He's not trying to save the Night Elves because, you know, they're his people. He's trying to save them because his girlfriend, not even his girlfriend, the girl who he's stalking happens to be a Night Elf. That's why he saves them. You know.
So he's Anakin Skywalker, is what you're saying?
Do you think Anakin Skywalker's a good character?
He was.
No, God, no.
I guess that depends on how you look at it.
He was annoying no matter who played him, too. I mean, look, he's either an annoying kid, an annoying teenager, or an annoying asthmatic guy played by a gargantuan British guy and voiced by a black guy.
Okay, let's not go into Star Wars. Alright, we're talking about Illidan. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy, or is he just a misunderstood good guy?
He's a selfish guy. If you think that's the criteria for being
I
bad,
agree with that.
He's incredibly selfish. So I don't understand why you think he's a good guy when everything he's done in his entire life has been entirely self-serving.
Not necessarily. I mean, look. He when he went to Outland and whatnot, he never really betrayed the people that. I mean,
he enslaved them.
He sort of betrayed the Night Elves during War of the Ancients to an extent. He did go to the Legion side of things.
Gee, why would they call him the betrayer?
The point is
some betrayal involved.
Because of what he did during War of the Ancients. But let's take a look at what him and his brother, the relationship between him and Malfurion. Anytime, not only did Malfurion send him to prison for 10,000 years, and then they let him out.
Alright, dude, Night Elves are immortal. For all we know, 10,000 years is a 25-year sentence or less.
It doesn't matter. Look, the point is that Illidan, whenever Malfurion told him, you have to leave, Illidan said, okay. Because regardless,
because he has no balls.
No, because regardless of all the things that that Malfurion has done to him, he still respects his brother because it's still his brother.
He never stands up for what he believes in. He just goes from power. He's power hungry. Whenever something doesn't work for him, he just moves on to the next wave, get rich quick scheme. I mean.
No, but he says specifically, anything that he has ever done he did not do it to bring harm to the Night Elves. He did not do it to bring harm to anyone.
And so what? You think he's going to say, "Oh yeah, I did this because I want to be a jerk"? He's not going to look at it as if he's a bad guy. Only bad Disney villains.
He did it because he's in love. Love makes you do stupid things.
He did it because he wanted
his whole character.
He did it because he wants to be powerful, and the reason he wants to be powerful is because he thinks that that's going to win Tyrande for him. Like. Everything that he's done, he has done because he wants to prove himself to Tyrande so that she would choose him over his brother Malfurion. That was it. But outside of that, Illidan respected and listened to his brother because that's respect. They're brothers. Malfurion, in my opinion, doesn't respect Illidan for anything.
I don't respect him either. I mean, let's look at it this way. Why did he become a sorcerer instead of a druid? Because it had more power. Why did he become a demon hunter? Because it let him fight demons better, gave him more power.
Yeah,
why did he create a second Well of Eternity? Because it gave him more power. Why did he eat the Skull of Gul'dan? Because it gave him more power. Why did he go to Outland? Because it gave him more power. Why did he work for Kil'jaeden? Because it gave him more power.
No.
Listen.
No. He was like, "Hey, look at me, Tyrande. Look at me. I got horns now, babe."
Exactly.
That's all it's about.
That's all that Illidan ever did. Him trying to prove himself to Tyrande. That's it. He never. It says specifically he was never after like Lord.
You're acting like this is a noble goal. It's very selfish.
Well, Tyrande is like smoking hot, man.
That's because you have a girlfriend.
She's not a trainee.
So, look. It was his best friend who he happened to like, and we all know that love makes us do really stupid and really retarded things.
So you're saying that it's perfectly normal to go around stalking a girl who's obviously A, not interested in you, and B, your brother's girlfriend? I mean, can't he just let things die after 10,000 years? You don't think he'd get over it?
Well, you never know, man. You never know. I've never really had that problem.
It's not healthy.
Maybe it's not, but the point is he never did anything to be a bad guy, and that's the point we're trying to get at. Anything he ever did, it was to and he has tried to save the world of Azeroth on numerous occasions. During War of the Ancients, he tried to kill Arthas. He tried to stop the demon.
He tried to kill Arthas because Kil'jaeden was making him do it.
No, because he thought that he was doing good. That's the point. He thought that Kil'jaeden and him, they were doing something good.
If you did a bit of research, you'd find out that he wasn't good. And the guy is a giant flaming demon. Have you ever met a giant flaming demon who was going to do something good for you?
Phil? Down the street? He's a great guy. Owns a deli. Whew, good meat.
Yeah, but it's not kosher.
Wow.
That's true. Demon meat is not kosher.
The point is, I don't think Illidan ever did anything that he did to be a bad guy, and he never did it to try and bring harm to
You don't have to try to be a bad guy to be a bad guy. I mean, that's why we have politicians.
The point... The point is, I just think he's a misunderstood good guy. Because he has tried to save the Night Elf in Azeroth on many occasions. And then when we go... And I don't even know why we're fighting him in Outlands. To me, he was just trying to protect, like, he was trying to gather, you know, food and supplies and whatnot for himself. And
he just so happened to be draining the water out of Coilfang, enslaving the Broken, what else? He was, destabilizing Netherstorm.
Kael'thas broke away from Illidan when they went to Outlands.
Yeah, but we don't know that. As far as we know at that time in the lore.
That's the distinction in the lore, though. In Warcraft 3, his character goes around doing what he does because he believes it's going to help Azeroth. It's going to help.
He does it because
his
he wants power.
Wannabe woman. But when it switches to WoW, when it goes from Warcraft to WoW, they say, look, he's gone a little insane. Which, you know, that explains why he just is off the wall now and draining water and destabilizing. I mean, he's gone crazy. So there's a difference between the guy we...
He's always been power hungry. That is a defining feature of the character.
Alright, well look, we've all played World of Warcraft. I'm sure most of us have at least, you know, discussed it and talked about, you know, what was going on with Illidan and whatnot. What I'm going to do right now, we need to go to another commercial break, and then when we get back, we'll be doing our Sub Omicron and answering all your email questions and whatnot, which you can send in to...